My parents went away on holiday and it was agreed that I would drop them off and potentially pick them up, although this was to be confirmed due to lack of space in my car. I have a 5-year-old child and am a single parent. My weekends are usually very busy with rigid schedules. My parents know this. My son had football this morning from 10:20 a.m. to 11 a.m. and my mom said that she would let me know when I should start making my way to collect them from Heathrow Airport to minimize pickup charges. It was a tight schedule this morning as I also had to walk the dogs before football, take my child to football, and restock the house with essential groceries plus some extra for a nice dinner that I had planned for my parents upon their return. I also needed to unpack my very small cart to make space for their luggage. So my mom calls me at 12 p.m. to say they've just landed, and then 25 minutes later lets me know they're ready to be collected. I had just finished the food shop, and I just had to unpack it. Then I was going to collect them. This would mean my parents would have to wait 35 minutes for me to collect them. I let them know as much. My parents turned around and yelled, saying, "Don't bother," and how they didn't care about the food shopping, and that I was unkind and unhelpful. I drove them an hour to Gatwick for their departure flight. They just expected me to be there right away. So I responded by letting them know I was on my way as soon as I had put all the refrigerated items away. They let me know this wasn't good enough. So I told them, "I drove you to Gatwick, did a few chores for you while you were away that were a big expense time and money-wise that you've yet to pay me back for, and that you can get a taxi home." I then hung up as I found their attitude to be completely disrespectful. They called me back right away, doubling down that I'm an asshole, so I repeated, "Get a taxi." An hour later, my dad calls me, chewing my ear off, saying, "Aren't you collecting us then? When are you getting here?" I told him what I told my mom, "Get a taxi." He said that they have ordered one, but that it's taking a while. I said, "It will. If you had been nice, you would be home already." Then I hung up on him. They got home 2 hours later than they would have liked due to me refusing to collect them, but I want them to know that they can't treat me poorly and expect me to go out of my way for them. They have stonewalled me since. In comparison, they refused to drive 10 minutes to the train station to pick me up when I came back from Italy with an ear infection, so I had to get a taxi home. Whilst the distance home is considerably shorter, they refused because they didn't feel like it, not because they couldn't. I may have been the asshole by telling them to get a taxi and hanging up, but I feel that I need to get an outside perspective as I feel justified in my decision based on the principle of respect. So my parents did get a taxi home in the end, and I didn't greet them because I was still angry with them. My mom came upstairs in the evening to berate me. The usual, "You're so disrespectful and unreliable," talk. I told her that I didn't come because she was rude and disrespectful to me. She is adamant that she wasn't. I asked her, "Is 30 minutes really too long to wait?" And her response was, "Why should I have to?" I let her know that was the last ride she was ever getting from me. She wasn't fazed at all. Now let's hear what other Redditors had to say about this situation. Someone else said, "You offered to pick them up. They just didn't like the conditions of a 35-minute wait. If they had been as rude and nasty to the taxi driver as they were to you, they would still be sitting at the airport. Not the asshole." Another commenter shares their thoughts, stating, "Not the asshole. Life lesson. Don't be rude to someone going out of their way to do you a favor." Many people echoed this same thought, adding that the parents should reconsider their treatment of Op. One user remarked, "They played stupid games and won stupid prizes. If my parents are kind enough to pick me up at the airport, I would be very grateful even though I had to wait. A family pickup is a privilege, not a responsibility. Your parents are extremely entitled. It's clear that the consensus here is that creating a little space when being treated poorly might not be the worst option. Honestly, that's one way to handle it, but what do you think? Was the op right or wrong here? Let me know in the comments.